Okay, I hope it is. Anyway, I'm here at the racetrack, and I am on a very, very dirty Smarter Than, who I would like to prefer to call her little Smarty Pants, because she's a little bit cheeky. I really like this filly. She's a bit of a character. She's got this massive big trot on her. She's got this elevated trot that just scoops across the ground, throws you up out of the saddle. Yogi was a bit the same. So she's pretty special to ride. She can still look a little bit. There tends to be at things that are below her eye level, so puddles and things like that. But she's pretty sweet, and she comes out and does the job. She's not. She doesn't pull. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's still immature and babyish. She's got quite a bit to learn. But look, she's heading in the right direction, and that's all you can really ask for. She's in very good condition. She's still a bit round and roly-poly, but I would rather send her in a little bit too big than too small. But she looks, so far she's shown to be a pretty good eater, or actually she's a very good eater. She doesn't leave anything. She likes her food. So that's good. So because Yogi was a bit weak on the eating front. So she's going to come out here, and we are going to go and try and do 800 evens, but I'm only going to do the first furlong in probably about a slow even's probably 16, so I'll try and do 16, 15, 15, 15 if I can, and that's just because she had a few, she missed coming over the weekend because the weather was so foul. So it was really, really bad. Now these guys, there's only one person up there that knows I've got a camera on, so they're all going to talk now. So I'll get the polite treat out of the way and we'll push on. Come on, she's a good girl. She's a good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Morning, Ed. How you going? Morning. Morning, the Stevies. Just one for me today. Thievery. That'll be half a beer you owe me. Okay, we have to pay to use the track, so that's why I tell him how many I'm in for. It's a glorious morning. Come on, Smarter Than. She's been coming out here and doing all her work by herself. It probably would be nice if she did have a mate, because she is a little bit aware of other horses. But she's... Good morning, how you going? Well done! Now she's already propelling me up out of the saddle. She's just got this huge trot. I absolutely love it. It's just got character, and, you know, really a nice moving horse is a nice moving horse. And you know, they just got that bit of quality about them, and she's definitely got a bit of quality about her. She just springs across the ground. It's huge. And her canter's a little bit the same too. She just covers the ground, and she's got a nice feel about her. So when I say with her about with other horses, she's just aware of them. So sometimes, you know, say another horse comes past me, if they cut across in front of her too quickly, she'll come back up in front and go and take fright at the horse in front of her. So she probably needs a little bit more exposure to other horses, but she'll get lots and lots of that in wherever she's going. I think she's at Mar and Eustace, but I'm only guessing that actually. So you know, she's in my opinion, she's got a bit more education to be exposed to different things, but she'll just take it in her stride because she's a sweetie pie. Her mouth's so much better than it used to be. It was a little bit funny when I first met her, but now she rounds up beautifully into the contact. She's a very uncomplicated ride, other than she can look a little bit, and interesting enough, she actually plays a fair bit. Just blow your nose, darling. Get it out of your system. Come on. Needs a tissue. She does play at home a little bit, but that's because, you know, there's all the trees and the birds and stuff like that, and she's got a bit of personality, so they don't want to sit on her and take her for granted, because she can actually have a little bit of a play. But because she's ever so cute, she gets away with murder, and she is cute. Hey, hey. Not sure what's going on ahead here, but she's going to get to follow Brittany. Got a horse coming inside, so we'll take a bit of a hold. Good girl. I said, good girl. Good girl. Don't know whether she was scared of the horse or scared of the bellowing. Good girl. You alright, Brett? Hey, hey. Got another one coming too, Brett. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Little Flemington here today. So that's actually good exposure for Smarter Than. She's just had a little bit of stuff going on. That's good, because she didn't leap up in my face when they went in front of her. So she's getting used to all the horses and stuff, which is excellent. So anyway, you can see her with her shadow. You can see her lovely soft movement. I love it. She's got character. She's a good girl, and we should be cantering, sweetheart. Come on. Another gear. Good girl, come on. She's not the same as Yogi on the tractor ride. Yogi was very disinterested. She's not disinterested. What are you doing, Zoe? Yeah, you go ahead of us. Good girl. She's a good girl. You can see her looking at the horse there with her ear slightly cocked to her. But that's okay, as long as she copes. And that's good. It's been good for her, all these horses going past and stuff. And that's what, riding and educating is all about, just exposing them to things. And it's exposing them to the things that they don't necessarily like. But as long as nothing's disastrous, then they cope mentally. And she says, oh, that wasn't so bad. That didn't scare me too much. So all of a sudden it's very, very busy, and then all of a sudden Smarter Than's all by herself again. She's like, oh well, I just go with the flow. And she is a go with the flow type of girl. She's a good girl. So while she's got this nice, relaxed, cool attitude to her work, because she doesn't pull or anything like that, she doesn't waste her energy. You've probably got a nice switched off type of stayer like Yogi. I think she's a little bit more switched on than him, in the sense that she's not going to be one you're going to have to chase to pick up the contact like him. Good girl. She's a good girl. So I'm going to get rolling with her. I'm going to switch my beeper on. All happening. She's a good girl. I don't have to ride her short in the stirrups because she doesn't pull. You can see I'm keeping her in the middle of the track as well. That's the way I ride them. I like them to not rely on rails and other horses and stuff. I like them to go straight because they're listening to my legs and listening to my hands. She's a good girl. 18. Come on. 14, 15, 16. 13, 14, 15. She's a good girl. So you got to leg her on. She doesn't take you anywhere. I'll just turn my beeper off. You got to leg her on. She doesn't take you anywhere. And that's just because she's babyish and she's here by herself, not competing against another horse. So she'll switch on a bit more when she's got another horse working with her as well. So I missed her for one evens that came in at 16s. But generally speaking, I'm happy with that because it's been about 5 days since she's done any past work because of that foul weather. So I'm happy with that. We'll just get her past these horses. Come on, the girl. She's a good girl. Good girl. She's definitely scared of other horses. So she saw them and she was thinking about how to get out of that situation then. But as long as you encourage her forward and give her confidence, she'll do anything you want. So she's just a horse that people can't just sit on her and assume that she's going to take them and do all the work. She's still a bit baby. She's got those big eyes, so she lets the world in and she takes fright at some stuff. So work-wise then, I had to urge her to travel, which I have from the get-go with the whip. and it's just a tap on the shoulder to say keep travelling, but that's how you teach them to travel, and you're much better with a horse like that you've got to tap up at this stage of her preparation than a horse that's snort roaring and pulling, because A, she's not going to break herself down, she's not overworking, and you know, it's very, very hard to settle them back down, particularly if they're bred to stay. So, and she is staying bred, and so you want them switched off and laid back. She'll switch on, racing will switch her on, work will switch her on, other horses will switch her on. So look, she's a sweetie. I'll try and get this video sent to Peter by this afternoon, tomorrow. I've got to do a few more, but that's her, and she's sweet, and she's doing everything right. I'm not going to go, oh wow, you know, she's a champion, but you'd never say, oh wow, Yogi was a champion either. But she's a lovely moving horse, and I like her a lot, and she just needs to be shown the world, that's all. See, she doesn't waste any energy. She's a good girl. She's in very good condition. She's very dirty, but she's in good condition. She's a bit of one of those sort of smutty brown colours that never really come up that shiny and crisp, and that's just her colour, and that's her taking fright at her own shadow. She's not very brave. So anyway, good luck guys. I wish you all the best with Smarter Than. Thank you.